Hey everyone, all the amazing people out there. Today I'm going to tell you the importance of sleep, why it is so important for us to sleep and optimize. And we all know that sleep is one of the most important things as a human being. And I'll tell you why it is so important for us to optimize. Okay, it's going to be super detailed. I'll go straight to the point and without any fluff. Let's try to understand because if you want to become a high performing entrepreneur, right, you have to make sure that you optimize things. Even a small 1%, 3%, 5% tweaks also can help you go to the different level. And these are the 9 key aspects. If you are able to master these things, having a great purpose, why increasing your performance, productivity, everything is going to be whatever you touch is going to become like gold. And sleep is the most important thing, right? I have tested out and I have tried, and I will show you exactly what I learned from tracking my sleep. I'm not just going to talk some theory. I'll show you practical stuff what I have done with my real time example, and I'll show you not just what I'm doing today. I'll show you what I'm doing from 3 years, 2020, 21, and 2022. If you guys can see over here, there is a date, sleep start time, sleep end time, light sleep. I'll just explain you how does it work, everything. This is nothing but a tracking sheet which I use to track my sleep every day, how many hours I'm sleeping, how many minutes I was awake, and how I can improve my sleep, whatever it is. Right now, the most important thing is I'll come to this in a moment, and I'll tell you why it is important for us to sleep. We all know that as human beings it is so important for us to sleep. Why sleep? See, sleep is the essential function that allows our mind, body, and to recharge, leaving you refreshed, alert when you are wake up. See, sleep is nothing but, if you see even in the olden days, any book or something, it is like half death state, right? Like when you go to sleep, you are half dead, you won't know any senses, neither hearing, you can't see anything, you can't listen anything. You will be in a calm, you will be in a different state. And that is why it is for us important to always make sure that uh, for our body to function properly, we have to give proper rest to the body. Now we work, we run, we jog, so many things we do. And the only way how your body is going to heal is by sleeping. Do you guys agree or not? Just tell me yes in the chat if you guys agree. Now, if you go to gym, you lift lot of weights, everything. By the time you come, you become tired, right? When you go to sleep, when you sleep well enough, you will be able to uh, stay much more energetic. And sleep is the most important thing, and that's why I'm telling you why it is so important for you guys to sleep. Now sleep, see, everybody sleeps, okay, but there is much difference between someone who is scoring 70, 75, 85 plus score. Now what do I mean by 85 plus score? I'll tell you in a moment. First, let's understand, now we guys use so much of social media, right? Do you guys agree or not? Like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, so many things. Let's try and understand what this social media is doing to us, and the best way how to avoid it. I'll come from like the basic to super advanced things. See, this movie, I highly recommend you guys to just have a look at it when you guys are free, right? Because it is so important for us to know, because we consuming the social media, how it can affect our brain, right? Like dopamine, serotonin, so many glands in the brain, how it can be affected. And while we using social media, it's getting addicted to it. We can't live without it. It becomes so much addictive, even more than drugs, right? That is what I personally have faced, and I was able to see. I was using 8 hours, 9 hours my screen time. If you guys can see, uh, my screen time was more than 8 to 9 hours while I was using in 2020, right? Right now I'll show you even practically. My screen time, I have reduced it um, to the core, right? How many of you guys are excited to see my screen? I'll just show you, and I'll show you with real time example, right? How? how it is going right now. If you guys can see over here, I don't use any social media apps on my phone, right? I just don't use any social media. Only thing is, you guys can see I use email, and there is no Facebook, there is no Instagram, and there is no even YouTube. And if you see today's screen time, right, like if you check yesterday's screen time, this is like the total screen time which I have used. Only it's like 1 hour 22 minutes. And if you see here, Chrome, it's like 48 minutes. And WhatsApp is, it get automatically locked, right, like after 15 minutes. But still I can give a permission for WhatsApp clock. This is the basic things. Apart from that, like, you guys must be wondering, right, me being into social media, I have to use more of social media. How I'm able to do it exactly is, uh, I use it on my desktop, laptop, right? That is what I'm recommending you guys. Do you guys agree or not? If you use social media on your laptop, you will be way more productive than on your phone, right? Because when you use it on your phone, like, you get deviated much, right? And that is what I recommend you, and that's what I've recommended to my team members, everyone, to remove all like the social media apps. Just use WhatsApp, what's important. And then coming to like tracking, right? When it comes down to tracking, what I use is like the honor honor band, and which exactly tells about the sleep, right? How many hours I'm sleeping and how I'm able to optimize my sleep to the core. If you see over here, 83 is my sleep score on 22nd May, right? I slept at 12:38 a.m., woke up at like 8:15. My entire sleep time was 7 hours 37 minutes. Now, if I just click here, see, the only thing is you just have to wear the watch and sleep, right? If you do that, like, you will be able to. But laptop screen time is more, almost whole day mobile. Yeah. See, I'll come about the laptop score. Now, if you see here, uh, I can see the pattern. Like, if you guys can see, there is a purple and there is a dark blue and somewhat like red color, right? REM sleep is nothing but, if you see here, deep sleep, light sleep, and REM sleep, right? Deep sleep is like, is the sleep where you go like super deep, and light sleep is all about like, before you sleep, it takes some time for you to get the sleep. And if you see here, I'm able to see everything. And this is the beauty of like using an Fitband or like Oura Ring, which can, Oura Ring is like way more advanced. Now, if you see here, it shows exactly uh, how many hours I have slept, what is not normal, what is not normal. If you see over here, a reticular movement, like REM, and if you see here, this is how it works: awakening, light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. And if you see here, uh, this was light sleep was like high, because um, I was more focusing on other things, right? And see, and this is how it's basically works. Like, we have to make sure that we track every single day, and this is how like we can improve our performance. I optimized one variable at a time. That is how I was able to get 86 points. Now, if you just check into like the days which I wouldn't have used much of my phone or like other things, that days would have increased to the uh, core. And the day I would have watched movies, or like the day I would have gone and ate some junk food or something, that day even the sleep score also, it's been affected, right? How you can do it is like focus on like one variable, um, right, one thing at a time. And make sure that you go to sleep, um, like the bedtime. See, how many of you guys keep alarm every day for you guys to wake up in the morning? If you keep alarm, just tell me yes in the chat. Awesome. Now, see, the most important thing is, uh, like, we all know that we'll keep alarm to wake up, right? You have to keep alarm even before you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, and if you want to wake up also, keep alarm, and don't keep your phone just beside you while you sleep, okay? Because as humans we have the tendency to just click on that snooze button and like sleep again, right? Keep it like at least few meters far from where you are sleeping, okay, so that as soon as the time you wake up and you go there, you automatically are awake. And always be a consumer, that's what I'm trying to tell you, be a consumer. And downtime, see, before you go to bed, right, make sure that you avoid taking coffee for like 3 hours before coffee, right? Coffee, tea, um, 3 hours before. Make sure that like you avoid coffee, and make sure that you avoid having your dinner also. Make sure that like you eat at least 3 hours before, and make sure that before 1 hour itself you wind up everything, right? Like example, if you're working something on your laptop, if you're doing something, stop all your work 1 hour before you sleep, so that you can give the time for your brain to relax and go into that different state, right? That's why it is so important for you to give time. And before you sleep, what you can do is read a book for a 30 minutes, or like listen to affirmations, whatever you do, like listen to affirmations or like gratitude. You want to thank uh, the god, the universe, for whatever you have done. You can do prayer, whatever it is, right? Make sure that you do this thing. Sleep at least uh, before 1 hour, like make sure that like you connect yourself from all this technology phone, and that's the key. And that's how like you'll be able to increase. Put blinders, see, and that is what I'm trying to tell you. And next thing is what I learned about sleep is, that's what I showed you, optimizing sleep. See, like so many of my friends and even my relatives, when they came and saw me entering every day, they were like, are you mad or what? Why are you tracking your sleep every single day, right? Which I'm doing from last 3 years. And they are like, why do you want to do it? It's like common sense, right? Like, why do you want to track it? And I keep my phone, yeah. See, the most important thing is make making sure how you can improve. See, if you can't track, you can't improve. Do you guys agree or not? Anything in the world, if you cannot track it, you cannot improve. Like the best way is uh, the best way you can track your sleep is by knowing what exactly is happening. Now tomorrow, if I face any health issue also, I'll go to the doctor, I'll tell, hey, this is the history, right? It's just like accountant. When I go to accountant at the end of the year, or like something for the taxing and anything, if I just have not have any data, if I just tell him to do, it is going to be a mess work for him, right? Lot of work for him, and even for me also. Whereas if I am able to track, I can come to know which day, how it was, everything. And I'll show you like the detailed tracking system which I use, right? And if you guys can see, see, the normal time for us to sleep, right? Like, who is the richest person in the world? Can you guys tell me? It's like, let's go straight to the top and learn from the best what they are trying to tell about like sleep, what they want to tell, right? Let's understand. If you see like the world's um, richest people, right? Like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and see, Elon Musk is like little bit different, right? Let's not add Elon Musk to this, because Elon Musk sleeps, sometimes he sleeps very less hours. But let's understand what majority of the people, like the top 1%, top one, mm, like the top 1% entrepreneurs want to tell. And let's understand, let's decode, let's understand what Jeff Bezos has to tell about like sleep, right? I'll just play you guys this clip. You guys can see what I'm going to do is, I'm going to like you guys can check it out afterwards, okay, on like YouTube. Why it is so important to sleep like 7 to 8 hours, and you guys can watch it, okay? And let's come back to this important stuff, right? And see, is meditation reduces sleeping time? No, absolutely, right? Not at all. See, what happens is like while you meditate, like you will be able to make your mind, body, soul like calm, right? When you are in a calm state, like you'll have like more clarity, and like you'll be able to think clean, like you'll be able to think clean, perform better, right? See, what happens is it's like energy conservation. See, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. Like we guys must have learned that law in the school. Now what happens is, like while you are able to channelize your energy, like doing meditation, like sleeping well 7 to 8 hours, like you'll be able to think way ahead than what other people can think, and like you'll be able to perform better. And that is why like sleeping is like the most important thing. Now how many of you guys follow like Gary Vee, right? And you guys know who is Gary Vee, right? And do let me know yes in the chat if you guys follow like Gary Vee. And how many of you guys know who is Sam Owens, right? And awesome, you guys know even Sam Owens, right? Sam Owens is my one of my top leading mentors, right? Whom I follow, whom I love like anything, right? See, they both are like really successful entrepreneurs. Like if you see like Gary Vee's advice, he talks about like sleep, like there is no sleep, like I'm like sleep is for like broke people, like sleep while you die, right? Hustle, hustle, hustle. See, everything I agree, like many things I agree, but many things I don't agree with Gary Vee. And if you see like Sam Owens, what he talks is like the owner of consulting.com, some of the most intelligent, smartest person I've seen, right? Like if you see, I cannot even compare him versus anybody else in the world. Words per metric value, the knowledge per second value in the world in education industry, it's the highest, right? Hands down, nobody in the world uh, uh, talks or like does better things when it comes down to creating a great product. Now even Sam tells, actually Sam was the person who inspired me to start creating, tracking everything, right? All thanks to Sam. Now even if you see, let's go straight to the top, and that's what I showed you, like Jeff Bezos, right? He sleeps 8 hours a day, and he also takes his um, fitness trainer wherever he go, even if he travels to different places. Of course, like while you travel, like maybe like your sleep, REM sleep, light sleep, it can be affected for a shorter duration, but in long term, if you sleep 8 hours, like you'll be able to perform better. And even if you see billionaire Naveen Jain, you guys know Naveen Jain, right? Almost everyone who follows me knows him. Now even if you see, Naveen Jain talks about like waking up early, right? Waking up early. Now even if you see like statistically, many people tell like you have to sleep 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. But if you really see really successful people, like they wake up early. Naveen Jain wakes up at like 4 a.m to like 5 um 5 a.m, right? He meditates every day, and he does workout, and he sleeps 7 to 8 hours, right? And that is the thing, right? Like you have to sleep, you have to wake up early, right? And see, there is something called like a spiritual radiation while you wake up before like the sunrise, right? What happens is, while you wake up before like the sunrise, there is some positive energy, and there is an energy like the cosmos in the universe, like you'll be able to do better things, like you will be able to perform better. I myself have tested out, and even most of you guys must have done, right? Like maybe while you're studying in your school, college, your parents would have waked you up to study in the early morning. How many of you have woke up early morning, 4 5 or like 3 a.m also, right? I still remember during exam times was the time which I used to wake up in the school days, or like even in college days, right? See, waking up early, like you'll be able to perform better. And before like the whole world wakes up, right? Like which is like 6 7 8. And if you see in cities, most people wake up at 8 9 or even 10 a.m, right? Because they go for parties, they enjoy the nightlife, all this stuff. 9 10, they sleep at 1 2 o'clock, right? Now if you see really top performers, how many of you know like Dalai Lama, right? Some of the greatest monks out there, like he goes to sleep at like 7 p.m, right? 7 p.m to like around 8 p.m he goes to bed, and he wakes up at like 3 a.m in the morning, right? And that is what, see, what I'm trying to tell you is sleep 7 to 8 hours. I'm not telling you go to sleep by 7 a.m 7 p.m, right? If you sleep at least 7 8 hours, that is good. Now there is a question which you guys have asked. Is it mandatory to sleep 7 to 8 hours? See, even I was like so worried, right? Because we all have like one life, right? 4 a.m. has the highest oxygen level. Yeah, absolutely. 4 a.m. Time has the highest level oxygen level. With that, it also has like many spiritual radiation, right? Like there is lot of spiritual rays which you get. And morning sunlight, nothing in this world can beat the energy what the morning sunlight, the sun gives. And we, the people who are in India, like you have to be super grateful. Now, if you see any Western countries, right, like where there is ice, Iceland or like cold land, they are like wanting, they're praying for sun, right, for the whatever they want. See, because our body needs sunlight, it needs energy, right? If you stay in sunlight every single day for at least 30 minutes in the morning, like you will be able to perform much better, right? Like the rays what you get, like nothing in this world is equivalent to that energy what you get from sun, the early morning sunlight. I'm not talking about standing at 1 p.m below the sun, right? Because it is so important, okay, sleeping. And the next thing which I want to tell you is yeah, optimizing like your sleep to the core. What do I mean by that? Sleeping on time and waking up on time. See, 8 hours is something which everybody in the world tells, right? Like all like the top billionaires, what time we need to stay in sunlight. See, the best time is early morning. There is something called like Brahma Muhurtam, right? Before sunrise, there is like 2 or 3 Muhurtam, which we call in India. Like if you go to Sanskrit, if you read from morning, even if you guys see, right, whoever is fasting, uh, even during Ramzan time or like anything also, all the people who do the fasting, they eat before uh, the sunrise, right, and after the sunset. Now, what it tells is, not, I'm not just talking about a particular religion, almost every religion also tells like waking up early, like you will be able to get the positive rays. 3 to 5 a.m is called Brahma Muhurtam something. After that, from 5 to 7, before, there is a different kind of sun. Like you guys can see that orange color rays, right? It is even you can see the sun and your eyes also won't be affected, right? But whereas if you go out after like 4 p.m or like 12 or like 1 p.m in the afternoon, you can also get tanned. And you guys must have seen like recently so many people died because of that uh, sun, like because of that global warming, because it's becoming more hot, especially in northern part of India and other places also, right? We have to make sure that we stay for some time. That is what I mean. And the next thing is, what I'm going to tell you is like how you can optimize 1% better. And you guys must have seen the way how I track my sleep. I'll just show you how I used to track. See, I'll just explain you, okay, how to use this tracking sheet. And yeah, see, make sure that you guys buy an watch, okay? I'll just show you, I'll just explain you which watch to buy, how to go about everything. Basically, what you can do is, there is something called Aura ring, right? This is what is being recommended from the world's greatest scientists, world's greatest entrepreneurs, world's greatest, or like the top 1%. If you see this ring, it's been worn like from famous celebrities, cricket, like Hollywood, Bollywood. Like if you see the person who cares more about like sleep, right? It can be anyone. Top performing entrepreneurs, they all use this. It's a very simple ring, right? And if you wear this ring, I'm not using this ring. I'll show you the one which I'm using right now. See, what happens is, um, the battery will last like 4 to 7 days. One time you just have to charge it every week. And this is like super accurate than anything else there on this planet, right? There are like so many things. In fact, you can track your sleep by wearing so many fit bands, Apple I watches, there so many watches are there. But this is like super accurate compared to anything else. If you guys can see over here, like you'll be able to track everything. Awake time, how many minutes, how many hours you were awake, how many with minutes, right? And every minute, like you'll be able to track HRV score, um, how many hours you have slept properly, and you'll be able to uh, even see how many steps you have walked, right? From this, like you'll be able to optimize and make it like much better. What I recommend for everyone who is basically starting out is, if you're making anything less than like $500 a month, I highly recommend you to go and buy this watch, like Honor Band, right? Honor Band. You guys can just go to this website, Honor Band, and this is the watch which I recommend, and this is what even I'm wearing it, right? I preach what I do, right? And the same exact color which I'm wearing right now, right? In fact, I love this watch. I preach what I do, and I have also recommended this to my so many of my friends. I've gifted to my family, my friends, and even my team members also, like the people who have worked with me, because I believe like the biggest gift what you can give to someone in the world is like helping them optimize whatever they do to perform much better. Now, if you see here, this watch has a lot of options. You can in fact track your cycling, sleep score, running, everything, and it is like super easy. All you need to do is like once in a week you just charge it. You'll be able to get like 6 to 7 days, and it's not like so expensive also, right? That is the beauty of this watch. Like you will be able to do everything in the starting I just showed you, right? And this is the exact watch it is. You can just go to Amazon and you can just buy that. It is as simple as that. Okay, and that's the key, right? And if you want to take things to the different level, if you're making anywhere in between $500, make sure that you use that. If you're making more than $5,000, buy the Aura ring from the official website itself. Go to that. Basically, you just get like the size. What is your size? You have to tell like your ring size, and you get it shipped to your house doorstep, right? And using this, you'll be able to track. But for you to go about, see, Honor Band is there, MI Band is there. There are so many bands, but the problem with MI Band is this part, no, it is like separatable. Now if you guys can see here, this is like fully attached, right? Whereas in MI Band, what it happens is this part, if you run or like do something, sometimes this opens up, right? It can fall down. That is one drawback in that. That's what I recommend you. If you want, you can go for it. If you're already having good money and you want to directly go to this, you can do that. And if you want something like temperature, see, also make sure that you have like your bedroom with less noise. See, if you're making someone who is making more than $100,000, I have a custom plan for you also, right? You can just tell me and I'll tell you what equipments to use, how to optimize like your sleep to the core, to the fullest thing. And I'll also tell you, yeah, now let's understand how to track it, right? And what tools do I use? See, the tools which I use is, it is a very simple Google sheet, right? Everything is in Google Drive. Like you guys can see 31st December, like I'm having the uh, things from like 3 years. I'm able to track everything what I have done. Like if you guys can see, during that time I was just doing with this thing, sleep start. See, what you guys can do is write down like this every day. If you use that watch, like the watch gives the data, you need not think and write. Right? It's highly impossible for us to think every day. Do you guys agree or not? What time we slept, what time we woke up? The watch actually gives the data. You go to the watch, see what time did you sleep, what time did you wake up. As soon as before you start your work, just go and write down there what time you started, what time you ended. Sleep end time. Now imagine you went to bed at this time, sleep end is like the time which you woke up, and sleep duration how many minutes, and then light sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep. See, and these options I didn't use it because I was not having a Aura ring, right? Aura ring gives like much more detail. I'm using as of now Honor Band, and that's why this is going to be sufficient. I'll just show you example of this. And you should also make sure that you optimize it like every day to perform like better, 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 and also make sure that you meditate. See, this was when I got started, I was not like so serious about that, because I used to enter every day. Like if you see your 73 one day, another day 83, another day 66. I didn't had a pattern just for the sake of entering what Sam had said, Sam Owens had recommended, because my sleep cycle was completely different. You guys can see here, right? I used to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning, 11:30 in the morning. And what used to happen is, uh, now if you see over here also 66, right? Because I've slept too late, 2:30, 66 was my score, right? And I did less meditation. And if you see my readiness, alertness, everything is also down that day, right? And it affects every part, right? And see, one thing leads to another thing. I slept late, I woke up late, I started my work late, right? Even though I worked like 14 hours, uh, the output was only 50%. I was only able to um, walk 4,200 steps. And if you see my accountability partner, Ami, she tells like try sleeping little early, right? And if you just see, this is how it goes, right? You also make sure that like you have someone who holds you super accountable, right? This was the things which I used to do in 2020. Now let's understand what I do right now in 2022, right? How many of you are excited to know that? See, I made it like super much more detail, and I'll tell you exactly how it works. During that time, there was no any fine system, or neither I was super focused on that, because that was my start year, right, in 2020. Now, if you see here, today, right, see, today was exceptional because Sunday was like my fun day, and I can watch movie, or like I can watch YouTube also. Now, if you just see here, the sleep start time, it was like 12:38. I had kept a target to sleep before 1, and most of the time like within 12:30 I used to end my work by 11:30, like that, 1 hour before I sleep end time 8:15. And I used to sleep like 7 hours 30 minutes, and I used to start my work. This is the light sleep. The watch only gives you this data. Deep sleep, see, this is the score which you have to look into, right? This score is what matters. How much are you able to perform, and how better like you'll be able to do, right? And that is how it works. And alertness is like 80%, because I have got like good sleep, and this is something which I write manually. See, only apart from alert and mood, whatever things I have written, everything actually watch enters. Is it clear, everyone? Just tell me yes in the chat. I am showing you in the most simple and the easiest way. And meditation, see, meditating 20 minutes is like compulsory. And see, the way how you meditate is not like just 5 minutes. See, many people do like this: 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, 5 minutes in the night. I don't want you to do like that. Do it at one for all. Make sure that you use timer in your watch, right? Just go to a timer clock, just open clock and put your phone on flight mode and on the timer. And only when you on the timer, like what I do is I set for 21 minutes. Like this, I just set in my watch. I put my phone on flight mode and I sit and do meditate before I start the work, right? And that is what I highly recommend you guys also to do before you start your work. Meditate for 20 minutes so that you'll be super calm, and like you'll be able to concentrate better and perform better, right? And diet, see, diet is nothing but, see, I eat like only vegetarian food, right? Like pure vegetarian. I don't eat any non-veg. Now what I'm writing over here is 1 2 3. One is nothing but homemade food. Two is nothing but something like you can have some chips or like something if you ate little bit. Three is nothing but when you ate outside food, right? Maybe it can be oil stuff, right? Or anything. I ate like um on Thursday it was like pani puri, masala puri. Do you guys know what's pani puri, masala puri? It's like very famous dish in India, right? And I have written that. and soup supplement, right? Basically I drink something called like ragi malt. How many of you guys know ragi, right? Like which gives strength. It's like a supplement, homemade supplement. In fact, like people who go to gym, they use like some whey protein, something, etc. Right? Like you just use whatever is going to give you like the proteins, right? You just take it and work out minimum for 30 minutes a day, right? If you work out well, if you perform well, like you'll also get sleep, right? And someone asked me like, what, I'm not able to get sleep properly, right? If you don't put in any effort or work, obviously you will be like wondering, like you won't get the sleep, right? And that is why it is, see, I basically, for the supplement, it is nothing but, it is with the cashew nuts, all that different nuts, which is going to be helpful for you, right? On those things, you can eat. And workout minimum 30 minutes to 1 hour you can do. The day you don't do it, see, my main plan is at least 4 days to 5 days in a week I do workout, right? I'm not like a gym freak, I don't like to go to gym, but what I do is like yoga and jogging is what I enjoy doing it. uh, then comes soreness. Soreness is nothing but, imagine you went to gym or like you did something and your hand pained, or like your abs or like your leg it pained. You just write 50 or 70% or something. If you don't do anything, nothing, it's going to pain. You can just write 10%, 20, based on how much that soreness is, like you can enter it over there. And then sleep start. Yeah, not sleep start, sorry, it's like work start. At what time exactly I'm starting, right? I would have done my meditation, I would have started everything exactly by 10 a.m. is what I will start my work, and that is it. And work end, some days it goes to 11:30, 10:30, right? It depends upon the day, right? And that's how it is going to be. And then coming to the work duration, I basically track even that every day how many minutes I work, and I write down. My target is like to work at least minimum 8 hours, but I go like 11 hours. I'm removing everything, I'm not adding meditation time, like affirmation or like break time. I'm removing all those times, and this is how many hours I work, like 9 to 10 hours. If you just see average, it's like 10 hours. If you see, right, that's how it works. And then coming to the focus, right? Focus, see, how do you calculate focus? Basically what I do is like I write down all my goals in my warm app secret calendar. And if I write like 5 tasks, and if I finish all the 5 tasks, the output is going to be 100%. If I write like 5 tasks, and if I've just completed 4 tasks, it is going to be 80%. And focus is nothing but whatever I have written in my wall map secret calendar. If I'm doing that, I will write down 100% or 80%. If I'm not focused, I just do something random stuff, random work. Sometimes we get some important work also. That time I reduce that. And steps, this is the target, like 10,000 steps is what I want to walk. And you can just set it up. See, over here you can have the date, and here is the fine. Okay, if I don't sleep this much, if I don't meditate, I have to pay the fine for my accountability partner, right? And that is the beauty. If you are in part of my high performance mastermind and this thing, where I sit with you and track and help you to improve and perform every single thing. See, whatever I'm sharing here is like knowledge, right? Based on my implementation and this thing. But the problem what you can face is there is a drive, like you need someone's push. You must have someone holding you accountable, right? If you if it cannot happen, like we humans always need a stick, like a magic stick, or else like we will not do it, right? And that's why having an accountability partner, that's what I am going to do for everyone, and even for my team and everyone. Like each team member is going to be accountable for someone, right? They basically check out. One person checks their data, another person checks their data, and they also calculate the fine also, right? That's how it works. uh, Basically the metrics is like I have these metrics. If I don't follow that, that day fine. Now imagine I have not meditated today, right? 100 rupees fine. Plus if I don't do workout, 50 100 rupees fine. And if I don't start at this particular time, again the fines is going to increase. In fact, if you want it, you can, if you want to keep it accountable, like you have to do it, or else you cannot succeed. What is mindset? See, mindset is nothing but I listen to affirmations, right? What I want to achieve. It's going to be a one page document, one page or like 3 pages, or like sometimes I listen to Earl Nightingale, where he talks about every day how to perform better, right? You guys can also listen to that mindset, write down what exactly is your goal, and like read it out every day, right? And that is what is like the core most important thing. And here I also track the sleep, right? Not sleep, like the phone screen time, how many minutes, how many hours. Now imagine um, 5 hours I have spent, right? And pick up like my accountability partner, they will ask me, hey, why have you, what did you do for like 5 hours? I have written, I was writing something in a docs, and it took me more time. And also make sure that write down what are you grateful for. See, this thing is something grateful is like you can write down early in the morning when you start your work, right? Only when you start your work, like you'll be able to um, uh, perform it better. Like if you guys can see here, I basically write down the, I am grateful for, who am I grateful for, like my team, like whatever it is, like based on the day I just write down, right? And make sure that you also write down the phone screen time, like pickup time, how many times. Pickup is nothing but how many times you have opened an app. The phone actually gives you the details. And planning tomorrow today. See, tomorrow, what work you have to do, you have to have it today itself, right? Imagine today by 10 p.m. before I go to sleep, I write down what I have to do for tomorrow. Most entrepreneurs, they wake up tomorrow and they just think about what to do, what not to do, and they open like YouTube, they watch some blog, they watch some motivation video, they fall in that rabbit hole, and at the end of the day, they just have regrets. How the time passed, I don't know. Where my time went, I don't know. They think that they are doing work, but there is no any work which is being done, right? And over here I have written morning sunlight, right? Have you stayed in the sunlight, right? And this is how basically like you guys can do it, and this is like super important for you to track every single day. And this is how like you can become a high performer, right? Optimizing 1% better, 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 better. Now if you guys can see, I had my sleep score 86, I took it to 87, like small tweaks, right? Little bit sleeping early, sleeping properly for 7.5 hours to 8 hours. This, if you guys do this thing, like you'll be able to have like better energy, better sleep, and everything better, right? And some other tools, see what I can recommend you guys is, while you are using your laptop for much time, like you are editing, right? Especially people who are editing, like who are working on like laptop or something, make sure that like you wear blue glasses, right? If you wear this glass, and if you guys can see, a lot of light is being reflected, right? If you guys can see, even if I put an light, like a laser light or something also, um, the light, it actually like reflects, right? This is like zero power glasses, which I highly recommend you guys, someone who's working like 7 8 hours, because as we internet entrepreneurs, like we use it for a long time. If you want to um, keep your eyes safe for like long run, see, nothing is going to happen today, but the consequences, what you'll do today, it'll, you'll be able to see that things, like the reward or punishment in like 10 15 30 years. When you become old, like it becomes difficult, right? And that is why, make sure that like you wear that. And I also use another extension, like this is called like flux. I always put my um, blue light filtered this thing, and I use this tool, which basically as soon as it becomes night, what it does is it reduces the intensity of the light, and it makes it warm, so that it doesn't affect much of the eyes, right? And that is what I highly recommend everyone to use that. And how you track it is like the way how I showed you. And basically in the plan where I help people with, in the game plan, I show them optimize their help them optimize the sleep better and help them hold themselves accountable, right? See, all these things I'm doing it from so many years, and I have done all the mistakes myself, and I know exactly what to tweak, what not to tweak, because I'm learning from all the best mentors, right? And that is how it becomes super easy. And if you're someone who is already making more than 10,000 or like $100,000, what I also recommend is not just $100,000. Even if you make more than $20,000, you can go and buy um, some more tools also. I'll just show you one more example. Basically, you guys can
Of sleep.
use this matrix, because you will be able to sleep much more better, and it's like scientifically like proven. If you sleep on this matrices, like you will be able to sleep comfortable. If you sleep comfortable, you can sleep better, and that's going to increase your productivity, right? And this is what, like, if you have the money, go for it, right? I'll just show you about this. See,
Well,
I'm not an affiliate or something of all these products. I'm just recommending you based on the things what I have seen, and that is what I'm recommending you guys. Okay.
welcome to the future of sleep with smart grid technology. The only mattress in the world which is both soft and firm. Soft for amazing comfort and firm for 2x more spine support. Scientifically designed technology that gives you better adaptive support and gives 80% better pressure point relief. Not just that, it has 2500 plus air channels that ensures you sleep cool and comfy no matter how you sleep. Log on to thesleepcompany.in and sleep smart with Smart Grid.
Right, and this is how you guys can do it, right? And if you think that sleep can help you out a lot, and you want to optimize it to the core, you guys can um,
Bring your business online with
you guys
GoDaddy.
can basically have like all the optimizing stuff, right? All like the best tools. See, investing on yourself, investing on better tools, investing on optimizing things can help you go to a different level, right? And that is what I highly recommend you guys to do it, right? And do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer it, right? And someone asked, is good sleep evening time, will it affect our brain memory power? See, having like, if you sleep 8 hours in the night properly, you need not sleep in the evening. Only while you don't sleep properly, if you haven't taken like proper rest for your body, that is when like you feel like sleeping little more, or whatever it is, right? If you sleep properly, like you won't feel like um getting like going for a nap. But what I recommend you is like, after you eat your lunch, right, in the afternoon, take a small break. Like, imagine you are taking like a 20 minutes for your eating your lunch. Take another 20 minutes to sit back, relax, either like sit and meditate for 20 minutes again, or else like just be calm, don't do any work. Okay, be relaxed, or like go for a small nap if you want. Okay, if you're someone who sleeps for a lot of time, don't do it. Because see, and one more thing, you guys have asked, is sleeping in the morning good for us or not? See, it's scientifically it is said, people who sleep in the morning, they become much more fatter. And if you see people who sleep in the morning, right, no matter how much they sleep, they're not like super energetic. And if you see, and that is what I highly recommend, don't work in the night shifts or something. But if someone's job is like to work in the night, then we can't do anything, right? And that's what, guys, do follow this and optimize every day 1% better, better, better. And that's how like you'll be able to sleep better. Use blockers, right? And blinders, because if you don't use blinders, like somebody is going to grab your attention, right? And track it, and make sure that you have a great accountability partner who holds you accountable, right? And this is what, guys, just do it. And see like your performance, because see, nobody has like business problems. Personal problems reflects in business, right? If your health is not good, if your relationship is not good, if your mind, body, soul, like everything is not aligned, no matter what level business knowledge you have and what level you execute, everything is going to fall apart, right? If you guys can, in fact, I can show you and I can talk days about that. Even if you see like Steve Jobs, before he died, he said this thing, right? He had all the money in the world, right? And he had the thought, if I would have taken my health into better consideration, right? I would have been a different person. Like Michael Jackson, he had all the greatest doctors in the world, but nobody was able to save him at the time of his death. Alexander the Great, he was one of the world's greatest ruler, right? And when he died, like no matter how much wealth, everything was able to save his life, right? And if you are someone who wants more help, wants more accountability, help you track your sleep every single day, how to go about, what to do, everything, right? Do let me know, reach out to me, fill in the application form in the chat, in the comments description, and I can help you out to optimize to the core and help you perform better, much better, and whatever you wanted to do, right? And do let me know, guys, like what's your biggest takeaway in the chat. And do like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here, to be so patient and listening until the end. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.